In politics, you're either on message or you are losing. Let's get to it. Welcome to On Message, our weekly look at where the battle lines are drawn and who is winning the war of words. This week, the fallout. With the midterm elections now over, it's been fascinating to see the post-mortem narrative evolve and settle in. And by that I mean what the general take has become on the results so far as they've been determined at this point. In the days leading up to November 8th, the most repeated message was that a red wave was coming to leave a path of devastation among Democrats, while Republicans triumphantly took control of the Capitol in the most peaceful way since 2018. But the hype proved to be just that. It was hyperbole, and Democrats held on to the Senate, while Republicans will hold a much slimmer than expected majority in the House. So, in the days following the election, as results became clearer, we saw Democrats gloating, Republicans in shock, and everyone practically throwing out their backs as they lunged to point the finger at someone to blame. The main narrative that set in was an interesting one, that Republicans lost, but most seem to think the lesson to be learned is that candidates backed by former President Trump lost, shall we say, bigly. Trump himself moved swiftly to jump into the race for the White House just a week after the election and only a few days after taking his first public swipes at his biggest potential challenger. That challenger is Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who was deemed the biggest winner of the midterms as he cruised to victory in his home state, one that plays a huge role in determining who wins the White House every 4 years, by the way, and seems to have found a way to give all the anti-woke energy of Trump without all the baggage and sentence fragments. Politicians are known for reading polls, and those who do it best and fine-tune their message to match are usually the ones who win. But voters speak most clearly when they actually vote. So, do voters simply not care about inflation, rampant government spending, and looming energy issues? Or do they just dislike election deniers and red meat throwing underqualified candidates? What Republicans and Democrats take from this election and how it influences their actions as they govern and select candidates ahead of 2024 will go a long way to determining who wins the presidency and the direction of our country for the rest of the 2020s. He who has ears, let him hear. That's it for this week. More On Message in the next issue of the Utah Political Underground. Make sure you visit the site and sign up for our weekly email update. You can find more On Message videos, in-depth Utah political stories and analysis, plus podcasts and more at utahpoliticalunderground.com.